Nicholas, and today we're going to do a video on how to properly block. We're going to break it down into 3 simple steps. From the stance, and then we're going to do 3 steps outside of the stance on how to proper footwork, where to place your hands, and then to drive. Get down 3-point stance. When you're in your stance, you want to make sure that you have a good base. You want to make sure your back's square and flat, and your head's up so you can see what you're blocking. You want to also make sure that you got your knees pointed straight out, not pointed in, not pointed too far out. You want to have good foot placement. You also want to make sure that you have good weight on your hands. You don't want to be too flat-handed, kind of like he is right here, but you want to have your fingers out and have just enough weight going forward so you have momentum to drive into your defender. We're going to work on blocking. We're going to do it in 3 simple steps. We're already going to be down in the ready position, which is our 3-point stance. We're going to break it down to 3 steps. Okay? Get down your 3-point stance. Okay? Step 1, I want you to make your first step out of your stance. Okay? Okay? When I say hit step 1, I want you to come out of your 3-point stance. Get set. Here we go. 1, hold it. Notice how he's still low. He's got his hands out in front of him. He still has a pretty good base. He's probably stepped a little too far, but he's got his feet wide enough apart. Okay? So that's step 1. Go back. Step 2. Step 2 is where he's going to come and he's going to make, he's in this stance already. Step 2 is where we're coming here. We're making that pop. We're getting our hands inside the shoulder pads, thumbs up, right here on the outside of the shoulder pads, just tucked behind it. Okay? So that's going to be step 2. We're going to go step 1, step 2. Here we go. Step up a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, go back. Notice how he lost his balance. Didn't have a good base, and his footing was off. We want to make sure that we keep good balance the whole time. So step 1, you're here. Step 2, we're here. Nothing really changes. As I'm bringing my hands up, I'm bringing that foot that's dragging behind, I'm bringing it square. So I'm right here. I've got a good back position. My hands are locked in right here. My next step would be to drive. So let's go 1, 2 again real quick. 1, 2. There we go. Okay? Keep the feet wide. Want to make sure we have a good solid base so we got enough power to drive off. Here we go. Step 1 and 2 again. Here we go. 1, 2. You cheated. You started going to 2 already. Get set. Let's go. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. Come back. Now we're going to go to step 3. Step 3 is where we're going to drive off. We're going to put it all together. Step 1 is the first step. 1, we're here. 2, locking on. 3, driving off. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, drive off. Come back. Make sure we got our hands up, ready position all times. They're not coming down here. We're not touching our hips after our step 1, okay? Everything's got to be good momentum going forward, okay? Here we go. Get set. 1, 2, 3. Lock on. Come back. Make sure when you go to that step 2, we're getting our hands up under his shoulder pads, right here around the ribs, the chest area, right here. You're not going to hurt him. Go ahead and take a little power and pop him. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Drive off. Drive, 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 drive. Make sure when we go step 2, we're not stepping too far out. Okay? So from here we're going 1, 2. Okay? Now I'm in a stance like this. I don't want to be overextended. I don't want to have. I don't want to be unbalanced. I want to make sure that I'm balanced where I'm at. Okay? The power's coming from your legs. Okay? One more time all the way through. 1, 2, 3. Drive off. Okay? Let's go full speed this time. We're going to go on hit. All 3 steps on hit. Okay? I don't want to see you progress through it. Let's try and do it full speed. Okay? Here we go. Hit. Drive, 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 drive. Come back. Come back. Make sure that our feet aren't like this when we're driving off. We still want a pretty good base. Okay? Let's not get our feet right here while we're trying to drive. We don't have power. We got to have a good base. Okay? Here we go. On hit again. Hit. Good, 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 good. Come back and lock on like you were driving off again. You like you were. Now if you notice, he's got good base. His feet are about shoulder width apart. His back is flat. And he's got his knees bent just enough where he's still got some power and got some explosion to chop with. And when he drives, he's still got enough power to go with. So that's basic blocking 101.